and asserts a worker revolution to overturn capitalism in favor of communism. Another term that needs to be defined for this speech is communism, which is a political and economic concept with the intentions of replacing private property in a profit-based economy with public ownership and shared control of the partial means of production and a society's natural resources. There are two main keys to Marxism: the base, which is the substructure, and the superstructure. The base is the economic foundation for a society. Economic values include currency, bartering, and personal preferences. A superstructure would be the building on top of the substructure, pretty much the foundation. Religion, law, and morality are all ideologies shaped by the economic substructure. In terms of economics, Marx developed the theory of alienation, which is a capitalistic society's impartial form of activity and experiences. Workers are alienated from nature, himself, species being, and other beings. According to this theory, workers lose ownership of property, the work is forced, and workers labor for many things beyond the basic need. Karl Marx predicted a six-step chain reaction on capitalism. These 6 steps are: capitalism will move into a period of overproduction, wages will be reduced, the workers' purchasing power will be reduced, a surplus of goods will be created, a war will be started to use up the surplus, and post-war stress will end in the system's self-destruction. When Marxism is brought up, one leader comes to mind: Vladimir Lenin. The Soviet Union premier lived from 1870 until 1924. The Lenin family were known to be involved in various revolutionaries. After Lenin's exile in Siberia, he returned to politics. At the Second Congress of the Russian Social Democratic Labor Party in 1903, Vladimir Lenin said, "Give us an organization of revolutionaries and we will overturn Russia." In 1916, he published Imperialism, the highest stage of capitalism. Peasants were crucial in Lenin's revolution, as they would become the quote-unquote leader. During Lenin's rise, World War I was a current event. On November 7, 1917, Vladimir Lenin led the Bolshevik Revolution, a coup d'etat to overthrow the Tsar in the current form of government. The Bolsheviks were successful as they killed more than 1 million people. The Soviet Union was formed, and Lenin was the first premier. Some of Lenin's ideologies line up with Marxist principles, such as no elitism, how to acquire the state, and so forth. How does Marxism differ from Christianity? Marxism is the antithesis of Christianity, as Marxism teaches there is no God, nor a need for one. Theism teaches there is one supreme God. Marxism has a tremendous impact on many younger generations in the 21st century. A study done in 2020 shows that 30% of Generation Z favors Marxism. This number increased from a 2019 report. In conclusion, Marxism looks beautiful on paper, but can be quite ugly when placed into action. Historian Stephen Kotkin, in a 2017 Wall Street Journal article, wrote that over 65 million people have died from Marxist-based governments. Thank you.
Yay. Good job. So, what are some good